Hi everyone, my name is Barnett. I'm a senior pitcher and outfielder. I'm from Newton, Massachusetts. I went to school at Noble and Grinnell School in Dedham, and I am an English major. So I first heard from Williams. My mom went to Wesleyan, so I knew it was a cross-school rival. Williams was actually the first school I visited with my parents when I was a junior in high school. I fell in love with the campus, and I just got the feeling I could really see myself going to school here and playing baseball here as well. So I've spent a lot of time playing all positions in the outfield, left field, center, and right. At the Coombs field, right field is definitely one of the more difficult positions due to the wind blowing out as well as the sun. It gets really bad in the afternoon, so you got to make sure to have your shades on. So on campus, I'm involved in the BSU, aka the Black Student Union, as well as I'm also a sports information assistant who prioritizes in basketball. So what that means is that for basketball games, I will work at the table and help out with the stats as well as the clock and everything that's going on throughout the game. So yeah, I got into the sports information job via some upperclassmen on my team when I was a freshman. I was really excited because basketball is one of my other favorite sports. I always loved watching, I love playing. So when I got to Williams, I really still wanted to be a part of the game. And this gave me an opportunity. I kind of sit in between both coaches and both benches. I can hear what's going on the sidelines. I can hear what the refs are saying. I can hear the crowd. The energy is always great here at Williams. And yeah, it's just a great experience. I would highly recommend it to anyone else. One of the best reasons is you also get paid for the job. So like a lot of Williams students, I interned sophomore and junior year, and I was lucky enough to intern at Liberty Mutual for both summers. And now I'm happy to say I'll be joining them in July, be working there full time. Although I didn't get this job from Williams or connecting with Williams alum, I was able to connect with a bunch on previous internships, as well as just reaching out and getting information as to what I wanted to do when I graduated, or what fields were potentially available to me. So they were really helpful in that regard. I entered as a freshman to my first internship. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was kind of just trying things out. But as the summers went, I grew an interest for investments, specifically buy-side trading. So that is what I will begin to start in, and then from there, kind of see what happens after that. So for my first 3 years at Williams, my favorite place to study was actually the library. I loved how there's 4 floors, you kind of can do different things on each floor. There's so much room, there's so much space, and the most important thing is just quiet. Unfortunately now with COVID, I've stuck more to doing room in my dorm with some of my roommates or in my building itself, but library is definitely my go-to. So yeah, one thing I loved about Williams is the community as a whole. Coming in as a freshman, I was really happy to engage in the entry system and have 20 or so friends already from the first day. I'd go to lunch with, I can go to dinners with, I can hang out with outside of class. And then throughout my 4 years here, the community has always been great. Now that the weather's getting nice, we've been able to cook out a little bit, and it's just a great community, and I would highly recommend everyone to come and join it. So entering Williams on the team, I was a two-way, meaning that I both pitch and play in the field. And I've been able to keep that position all 4 years. Started off in right field, moved around the outfield a bit, but now I'm center fielder. But it's tough on the arm, pitching as well. So one thing we try to do here, we're big on the bands. As you can see, we actually have bands on the gate right now, but we're big on arm work. It's important to get into the gym, the weight room, and overall just you gotta know yourself and know what your capabilities are, and know when you're supposed to pitch and when you're not, and how to schedule yourself in regarding that. So on our team, we have a couple of fun traditions. We have a routine of before game days, the night before, we'll all come together as a team and play some card games, just watch baseball, watch any sports that are on together, just get some team bonding, maybe get dinner together. And then during the normal school year without COVID, we would always go to Mission Dining Hall or Driscoll Dining Hall as a whole team. Once again, bond, just talk about practice, talk about schoolwork. Maybe the upperclassmen can help out the freshmen and sophomores about how their classes are going or asking any questions about the school in general. And then in terms of superstition, I'm not very superstitious, which is, I guess, odd as a baseball player, but a lot of my teammates are. One of the biggest superstitions is everyone will grow out their hair, including facial hair, when we're doing well. And our coach actually 2 years ago in Florida, he grew out his mustache, which the whole team got a kick out of. So it was a good time. So yeah, entering Williams as a freshman, I was not sure what major I wanted to do. But in my freshman fall, I had the pleasure of taking a class with Bernie Ree, who is actually now my major counselor. And after taking his class, I liked it so much. I continued with more English classes as I went through the years, and I ended up picking English major. And he'll even stop by the field and catch some games or watch us practice a little bit, which is always nice to see people in the community come and support us. So one of the best things about being a student athlete at Williams is that coaches are very understanding of us going abroad. And I was lucky enough to go abroad. I traveled to Paris. In high school, I took French throughout, and I didn't take any French here, but I wanted to continue that. I wanted to kind of get back into it. So I was able to go to Paris for a whole semester. I had some teammates and roommates come and visit, which was super fun. My family come down for Thanksgiving. It was just great to get an experience outside of the United States, and a classroom experience, more importantly, where you can learn from people who aren't American, who have different perspectives on different issues, and just get a complete understanding of what's going on in the world. So to this point in my Williams baseball career, I would say my favorite moment is when Kellen Hathaway, my sophomore year, hit a dinger or a home run in the last inning against Wesleyan to send us to the NESCAC playoffs, NESCAC tournament. I was actually on third base when he hit it. I was thinking of score. I knew I most likely was going to score, but how far it was, but I kind of took a stop and stared at it a while. As soon as it left the fence, our whole team erupted. I got into third. I got tagged home. I was tackled by a couple of my teammates. Then Kellen comes around. He's tackled. And one of the best moments of it is at the end of the game, we ended up winning. My mom, who I mentioned, when she went to Wesleyan, she, of course, wasn't thrilled, but I gave her I talked a lot of smack to her, and it was a good drive home for sure. So growing up in the Boston area, I'm a diehard Boston sports fan. One of my favorite moments is the '04 World Series for the Red Sox. I was in first grade, so I was a little young, but I was originally sent to go to bed by my parents, but I couldn't fall asleep. I needed to know how the game ended, so I snuck back out, walked down the stairs, and was peering my head out to look at the TV. My parents saw me. They invited me in, and I was lucky enough to see the parade and the celebration and everything.